Hey guys, welcome to Star Wars and High. Thank you for stopping by. We have another comic to review this week. So, if you guys are not familiar with High Republic and how they're doing their comics, there's two separate lines. There's the Marvel Comics line, which is aimed at kind of an older audience, and the IDW, which is really Disney, their adventure series, which is really aimed at it's aimed at kids, really, a younger audience. And today we're going to be talking about issue 3 of that adventure series. Now, I'm going to start off with just some spoiler-free general thoughts for you guys who haven't read any of them yet, who maybe only read issue 1 or 2 and you want to get my thoughts. So, if you guys haven't seen me before, I am lukewarm on the adventure series. I don't think it's bad by any means, but it definitely is probably my least favorite of all the High Republic material we've gotten to this point. I think you can hold off on reading this for now. Now, that doesn't mean my opinion won't change. We're only 3 issues in. But I like to tell you guys as I'm reading a piece of content if it's must read. Like, hey, I'm just a casual fan. My time is valuable. I don't have a lot of time to waste reading stuff. This one, I would say go ahead and wait if you haven't committed yet. If you're a High Republic super fan, you're going to read it anyway, like me. So, if you're just Star Wars everything kind of guy or girl, then this doesn't matter. But if you're someone on the fence, you can definitely wait, I think, to pick this one up. Now, I am going to get into spoilers here. So, be prepared. If you don't care or you want to save it, please, you might want to step away now. So on issue 3, what can I say about issue 3? So I think it was better in some ways than issue 2 and 1. One thing that is still, it's a negative for the series, and I don't want to keep saying it because I think it's not going to change. So I don't really love the art style of the IDW ones. Now, it's not because it's not talented or it's bad. No, it's just not my personal style. I love the Marvel line, and there's so many cool panels that are just so gripping. I don't have that same experience with the IDW line. And so that complaint remains. It hasn't quite grown on me yet. For example, we saw Avar Kriss, in this, and we've obviously seen Yoda. But if you look at Avar Kriss, in here versus the Marvel or the book covers, she just looks the worst here. There's no other way to say it to me. Like, she just looks, I don't know. I don't love the style that much. And so that continues to kind of play into my thoughts. But that does not make or break a comic series. It simply kind of adds to the experience. On this one, what they really went for, it mirrors to me a lot of issue 1, where they did a real parallel thing where you're going from one character to another and seeing kind of the parallels. So we have Zeen Marala, who went off with our Jedi allies, and we have Crix, who's off with the Nihil, and you see their storylines parallel, right? So we'll see someone who is loved and supported and accepted, and how she's becoming happier and has the will to really stay on the right track, the light side. Then you have Crix, who is becoming more and more it sounds like hurt, and he's becoming more willing to betray others, and he's in a very hostile environment, and where he's really rewarded for doing that. And so you really see, and they'll even literally do lines down the middle with the two characters side by side, the two different diverging pathways that we're seeing in front of us. I do give them credit for going that route. I think that, for a kid's story, maybe that might have been kind of dark. They're also probably trying to encourage kids to be nice and respectful to each other, I'm sure. So there's probably some of that in there as well. But there are a couple things in this issue that I didn't love. So I thought one thing in particular was kind of silly to me. So we have what I've speculated is a Sith artifact. This came in the Light of Jedi, and we saw it in issue 2 of the Adventure series, where Marchion Ro has this purple glowing artifact, and he's looking for the second piece, I guess, is what we've put together. And Elder Tromac, who's with Crix, I guess knows the location, but his people have sworn an oath not to say it. And so he's being interrogated, and he's like, no, I can't share it with anyone. And so he's like, all right, to the pits with you. You're going to these fighting pits. And, Crix is walking with Elder Tromac, and he's like, hey, why don't you just tell me in case only one of us lives? And Elder Tromac's like, yeah, it's a good idea. I can't imagine that, because I know his argument was kind of like, hey, someone from our people have to carry on the legacy. It's like, yeah, or it could just be lost to time and space, because it sounds like it would be better for everyone, because they kind of imply that the artifact, if you get both pieces, it's a bad deal. That's why they're keeping them secret. So that one scene, really, I just didn't like it. And it might be a little nitpicky, but I'm just pointing out, for example, one thing that doesn't work. Now, it is aimed at a younger audience, and that probably won't bother, kids as much as it would be maybe some of my age. Beyond that, though, I mean, to the show's credit, I do think the artifact, to the book's credit, I do think the artifact is something interesting to kind of grip onto now. So now when the next issue comes out, I do have this plot point I'm excited to learn more about. So I will give them credit there. Beyond that, you know, it was pretty standard. And I think, you know, there's opportunity here for it to be really successful as they go along, or to just kind of, to me, stay on the fringes. Just my opinion, guys. One thing I try to make clear all the time: you guys can like whatever you like in Star Wars, and feel free to tell me what you guys think down below. I think a lot of you have actually have liked it. So make sure to check out my Marvel Comics review from yesterday as well. I really liked issue 4 in that. And like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos as well. We have passed the 200 subscriber mark, which is awesome. So really appreciate everyone who has supported the channel over the last several months as we've gotten started. So let me know what you guys think down below. Get ready for some more videos in the near future. But until then, guys, enjoy your weekend. We'll see you later.